guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Lord of Subsidence, LUFENIA. This is Tidus's mission. So I decided to bring Tidus, Tifa, Aerith right here with the orb. You're gonna have to do an insta-turn in order to have the orb go up by, I believe it's 2 counts. So something like Battle Cry from Tifa or Quick Hit Plus from Tidus is going to allow you to get +2 on the orb. One of the monsters here, one of these tunnelers, the one, if you notice A, he starts with this recast gauge completely filled up. The goal for this, honestly, is just to not let them take turns. That's like the standard LUFENIA, I guess, go-to now, right? It's just don't let the enemy take turns. So, the orb does get canceled at 79%, so after that, you don't have to worry about the orb. The orb count is pretty tight at 10 counts, and then your turn count for this level is about 60. So, really tight orb count, turn count, things like that. They are weak versus melee, but they are immune to like elemental resistance down, I believe. And there's again, the mechanic here is just to be able to not let them take a turn. If they do take a turn, then you're gonna need some type of healer, because they do consistent HP attacks. That's kind of one of the reasons Aerith was here, to just provide just auras to the party, make them hit a bit harder. And on this recast, they end up doing something called Mega Quick, and it's an AoE magic, brave, and HP attack. And it's gonna dispel one of your it's gonna dispel the leftmost buff on your characters. Even if those are framed, it's still gonna dispel them. So just don't let these guys take a turn. That's really what this is. Tidus obviously was here because of the fact that he's able to do instant turns and help with the orb, and Tifa as well, things like that. And it's also going to inflict. They're going to inflict a poison debuff on you if you do let that Mega Quick, I believe, go off. And then they do Mega Quick, and then that gives you a 5% HP poison. Mega Quick Plus is a 25% HP poison, and then Mega Quick Plus Plus is going to give you 50% HP poison. So you just got to be careful with that kind of stuff. I think Aerith is going to stop a lot of those debuffs, if I am correct, and provide also healing, aside from all the auras that she's gonna allow or give to your party. She does give, I believe, up to 100% attack up, and she does put planets. I think it's planet's admonition on it, where it's an HP damage taken is 10%, and also prevents them from buffing themselves, things like that. And other than that, I mean, it's pretty straight to the point. Don't let them attack. You definitely don't want them attacking. The boss has also other attacks, which are like Reaper, Tail Cutter, Charge Blast, and all these do HP damage. Some remove all your buffs. It's guaranteed hits. Charge Blast also inflicts the 5% HP poison, things like that. So just, these guys should not be taking turns whatsoever. So I did bring in the Sephiroth friend unit, because with all these consistent turns, things like that, it's going to help, continuously delay them. And then Odin here, because if you can see with that recast, he did do some damage and activated Odin, at least for Tifa. And I think it would have been good to have brought the Rude Call here to be able to activate Rude, or to be able to use Rude's Call and then activate Odin for everybody. You'll see here, I mean, once they do attack me a few times, and they literally almost kill Tifa. I mean, it's just consistent HP attacks that these guys deal. So you also, well, actually right there, you did see them at 59%. They're going to do something called Absorbing Power, where they gain Brave, and they're going to end up doing a Tail Cutter Plus attack. So once they do the absorbing power from the earth, you're gonna see definitely, you know, again that blue aura, and they're gonna be immune to launch and delay, but you can still break them. You can delay them by breaking them, but it's not like a force delay. And let's see, I think that's it for them. Again, they have a few attacks that hit pretty hard, so you're gonna either have to tank them, but then if you're tanking them, you know, they're gonna start to dispel you, things like that. It's just better for you not to let them get an attack. Other units that could be brought into this is core. I think is is one that, you know, is gonna help you help with that orb count with this consistent follow-ups and instant turns and things like that. Obviously, Terra. These last couple bosses or a couple LUFENIA fights, I mean, Terra just shines on everything. I mean, if you just bring Terra and core to almost everything, you just kind of get right through it. It shouldn't be an issue. Another one, a couple other characters that have like instant turn rates that'll also work on this match is going to be Lightning, Machina, Aranea, Ultimisia. If you remember, Ultimisia, when she uses, I believe it's the EX, she gets also consecutive instant turns. I think Edward Ishtola, I mean Edward is kind of phased out, I think, at this point. I don't think he does a lot of damage, so kind of hard to recommend him. But I know Ishtola does that. You could also bring in some debuff, like debuff cleansing and immunity with I think it's Ignis. You could also bring in Theodore, for example. And then on the healing side of things, and like damage mitigation, you could always bring in Paladin Cecil. Obviously, you got your big defense there. You got your healing. You could also bring, I think it's Horum. They would be some good characters. And then you're going to need damage boosters. These guys have pretty high defenses. So you want to be using something like Bard, Sarah. I think Yang also is a damage booster. Queen just came out, so she would be good for this as well. And Cloud of Darkness. Here again, you could always be using like a Terra, Cloud of Darkness, Yang, or Core. I kind of didn't want to use Terra at this, or Cloud of Darkness, just because I use so many resources to try to pull on her stuff, and I never got it. So I'm like boycotting Cloud of Darkness right now. I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna use her. But I mean, I do plan on having her as a friend unit for a few matches. I definitely want to include her in there and be able to just, I guess, use the burst. But it's just, I guess, these matches I was trying to exclude her because I think that she would be one of the most used characters alongside with Core. So I wanted to do, again, something just a bit different. I know Terra or Tifa is not considered something different. Either, I think if people are not using Terra, they're going to be using Tifa. But this fight, again, it definitely should be too difficult. If you notice here, every time that I use Tidus' attack, that's what helps me with the orbs. You know, just here alone, will full throttle. Full throttle gives you instant turn, so there you go. You got your orb count going up, and then you're gonna battle cry. So I was at 3, now I'm at 5. So I think it's fairly easy to increase the orb count, and that at any time that you need to, you could always summon, you know, and use battle cry with Tifa. You can use quick shot plus with Tidus, and you should be able to get that orb right back up to 8 without any issues. So I don't think the match was too difficult. You just make sure that you're bringing one, I would say 2 instant turn characters, and you should be able to do okay on this. The turn count, though, if you notice, it is 60, and I'm already hitting 47, so I don't know how Machina, for example, is going to do on this stage. Being that I mean, he can hit hard, but you're going to need some serious attack up and defense down to the enemy
or at least characters that have that can do that, right? Put big defenses down and huge attack up. To be able to have Machina, I think, you know, hit for a substantial amount. Here they're both enemies get to their orb counts are at 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and summon here, and then I'm gonna start using Tidus and Tifa to start bringing the orb count up. Here with his slash combo plus, it really doesn't do anything. It doesn't give you that instant turn rate. It might make his move jump up, but it doesn't give you an instant turn rate. So that's where, you know, quick shot plus is gonna come in. So I noticed that I think it was better to do some damage here, because I think if I eliminate B, which another thing I forgot to mention is if you eliminate one of the enemies, you're not going to buff the other enemy at all, or he doesn't go into some weird high defensive stance or anything like that. So I opted to just go for pure damage here to try to get rid of B, and I think once I did that, again, I mean, you don't even see A's turn anywhere close. I mean, just here with this jet shot, he's delaying like crazy, and yeah, there's really no issues at this point. It's, I mean, as you can see, I do have only 9 turns left, so just to make sure, I'm gonna start using, you know, most of my calls, things like that. I'm gonna probably use my you know, my AA, because when you use your, I think your AA, the orb count also does not go down. It would actually go up, because it is considered an instant turn. So here you'll see I did use the AA, and the orb I don't think even moved. I know that it is capped, you know, at 8, but I don't believe using somebody's AA makes the orb count go down. It is considered, I think, an instant turn, but let me know in the comment section if that is the case or not. I don't think I really tried that out here. And that's it for the match. I'm gonna see if Jack can finish this off here. I don't think I've ever had Jack finish a fight, so I said why not. I should have put on Jack's debuff. I should use this call from the very beginning. This would have gone, I think, just a bit quicker. So yeah, just make sure you're bringing instant turn units to help you with the orb, and good luck. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for new content. Also, let me know in the comment section what you think about this mission and who you used to complete it. Check the links in the description for Opera Omnia websites that give you a bunch of helpful information, and I'll see you on the next one.